to definitely reach out. There's nothing wrong with reaching out. That's why we're here. And there are some services around Renfrew County that can be very beneficial to people.
We are all currently experiencing a challenging, unprecedented time. What are some ways we can cope?
Well, first of all, I think the big thing is to remember that this is not just a Renfrew County situation. This is globally, and it's impacting everybody in the world. So, um, right there, we're not alone, right? So, the big ways to try and comprehend or cope with it is, try to stay busy. Keep a routine, even if you are at home. I know it's not that easy sometimes, but get up at a regular time. Do your breakfast, shower, get dressed, almost as if you're going to work. I know a lot of people for the first week or so were like, "Yeah, I get to spend my day in pajamas," but at the end of the day, that starts to affect how we think, and it kind of brings down a little bit of makes us feel a little bit down. So definitely keeping a schedule. You know, interacting with people, especially like there's technology out there, right? So we don't want to, when we say isolate ourselves, that always comes as a term that is just, some people get scared, isolation, and you think you're desolate in the middle of some big forest and you're going to be lost forever. So it's kind of the way we look at it and think about it, with isolation being, we're not technically isolated. We are just keeping everybody safe and staying within a safe area of our own home with the people that we know we can be safe with. But technology is helping us to do all this stuff. Like, I'm in Renfrew in my house, and you're in Pembroke right now. So technology's come a long way.
What happens when someone makes a phone call to the Robbie Deane Family Counselling Centre?
So the Robbie Deane Center, you can call our number, and somebody will answer to do an intake, if you've never used our services before. And then basically what we do is and as weird as it sounds, we triage, right? So there's counselors that have different specialties. So depending on why somebody's calling, will depend on who you might get transferred to. And then after that, it's a phone call from us. Currently, right now, I'm doing phone conversations, texting, and this is about the fourth time today I've been on Zoom. So, we are doing that with people that need support. And we want to make sure that this doesn't start to create an epidemic of anxiety and depression, right? Because it's impacting everybody, and nobody really knows. I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of studies out there right now that are showing what happens when the world goes into a pandemic. So, again, it's the get fresh air if you can, around your house. Do stuff creative, keep your brain focused, limit your involvement with the media, because it is 24 hours a day on CNN, CTV, CBS, CBC, all those. So, you have to be careful and really be cautious of what you see on the internet. Not all of the information on the internet is factual. So, if we start looking at it and, kind of consuming our brain with it, we will start to, you know, turn it into something that, maybe we don't have to right now. So, you know, keeping in contact with loved ones and having conversations. You see all these memes out there too, right? That now you can finally get stuff done around your house and all the things you wanted to do, but just don't make it all make work projects. Have some fun, laughter. Don't. We often say, it's don't consume your day with just television and social media. There's a lot of things we can do to help make us feel better. You can get sunlight, you can get fresh air, and breathing exercises, mindfulness. I think the big thing that I'm doing a lot of with people right now is trying to turn it a little bit and look at the gratitude part, look at the resiliency piece. We hear all the time, we can't do this, we can't do this, we have to do it this way. But right now we're in a very controlled environment, but we're stopping and not looking at, well, what do we have, right? Right for today, if you're in your apartment, in your home, you have that. If you are able to go to the grocery stores, you have that. And one of the things that's really been a positive in all of this is watching the global community come together, right? I saw a thing today that a neighbor has given 3 pieces of paper to an elderly neighbor, green, yellow, and red, and she puts it in the window. If she's okay, it's green. If she needs an errand, it's yellow, and if she needs an emergency, it's red. things like that we wouldn't have done a month ago. So it just shows that, there's signs in the windows of encouraging words. People are painting on sidewalks, so after it's all said and done, you know, this could be there could be a silver lining in such a dark, scary situation.
What would you tell someone who is thinking of reaching out if you need to talk to someone for reassurance?
And we just want people to know that there are people to talk to. There's hotlines you can call. The Robbie Deane Centre. I know the Phoenix Centre is doing stuff. Community mental health is still doing their stuff through the hospitals and stuff. So, you know, we just want people to know they're not alone. Reach out if you feel you want to talk to somebody, and it doesn't need to be, okay, we're going to open a file and spend every week talking to you to work through all these things. It might just be a 1 or 2 sessions of phone conversation just to give some reassurance, because yeah, people's anxieties are going to come up and increase, but that's where it taking into effect, the mindfulness stuff, the fresh air, the breathing exercises. If you can do exercises at home, that's great for you. Going for a walk is one of the best antidepressants on the planet. So if you're in a situation where you're able to go for a walk, even walk around your yard, those are things that we would encourage people to do, so that it's, if you stay in the house too long, it gets very, you see the jokes. I'm working from my living room today. I'll work from the kitchen tomorrow. I'll work from the dining room the next day. So, those are your options. But, just to look at where we're at as far as a community and neighborhood, I'm actually, I'm impressed at how the community is pulled together.
What are your final thoughts for someone who is struggling?
I would encourage people that if they do feel that they're, going a little bit darker in their thinking, or they're just feeling a little bit more stressed, or their anxiety is ramping up, or they're getting more depressed and just kind of in that sunken feeling, to definitely reach out. There's nothing wrong with reaching out. That's why we're here. And there are some services around Renfrew County that can be very beneficial to people. And we don't want people to continue to just go down in that dark area. If we can kind of intervene now and provide some supports, then that's what we're here for. And, we're all learning this as we go along as well, right? So it's not just, I think the big important thing is to realize that anybody who is in the helping profession, like my wife works in the community in the healthcare field. So she's out helping all day long, but it still affects her as an individual. Like, we're providing counseling, but I'm still part of the global situation. You're doing the interview and it still impacts you. So it impacts everybody. And I think the big thing is to realize that it's not one specific thing towards that individual. We're experiencing this together. We're trying to learn together. New information comes every day. So, if you find that it's just getting a little overwhelming, absolutely reach out to the Robbie Deane Centre and the other agencies that are there. And we'll try to provide as much positive thinking as we can, so that we can kind of come out of the end of this and say, you know what, yeah, we survived as a community. And, it's only sort of coming towards the Renfrew County area now. So we have no idea what it's going to look like. So collect your support system, get a good team around you, family, friends, and look at the healthy things you can do. Eat healthy, good sleep, keep a routine. And at the end of the day, hopefully we can be of help and get out of this, whenever that may be, together in a little bit stronger community and a little bit stronger globally. So we'll see what happens.
Thanks for your positive thoughts.